Hey guys, it's Sam with the Geek, and this will be an SR. Woo! It is snowing. And I mean, pretty damn well snowing. All the schools here got canceled, including my college, which is odd. Um, and as you can see, it's still snowing. Well, you can't really see it, but still. It's still snowing. And, I just want to address some questions I got. I just uploaded the entirety of the Voltron walkthrough, and if you want to know where this came from, uh, my mother went on some cruise or some shit to the Alcatraz thing, and she bought me this, and it's like the only hoodie I have, so I wear it sometimes, and it looks retarded, but I'm not really going anywhere, and if I do go out there, it's just like to check on things. So yeah, but as you can see, snowy as fuck. I don't even know how many inches would you say that is? Like, judging by that tree, it's like 3 or 4 inches. Ridiculous. And it's still snowing. And it's just odd because I live in the desert and snow is foreign pretty much, except for most of the year, except for like 2 or 3 times a year in New Mexico that we get snow. And it's usually like maybe an inch at best. And, everyone's freaking out because since we're desert climate, we're not really prepared for snow. So basically, we don't really have any salt. None of the things were prepared for this. And we thought, oh, it would be just slush or something. In fact, even I thought it wouldn't be that big when they reported it on the news for the weather, and they said, oh, it's gonna be a storm. Because usually when they say it's a storm, by the time it actually reaches New Mexico, it's already fucking done. So wasn't expecting this. Uh, I just I've been chilling here and haven't been really doing much today. And I decided to make an SR because I haven't done one in a while. And maybe I'll just like grab these games and make a couple things about this video. But first off, let me address people who want me to do things on the Republican nominations and stuff. The thing you got to remember is that it's still really early. Really early. The Republican Party is a very diverse party that has a very varying amounts of opinions in it. I mean, we're the only party that's pretty much split into four different people. You got the neocons, you got the Tea Partiers, you got the conservatives, and you got libertarians. So trying to find a presidential candidate that will fit for all the four of those types of people immediately, it's not going to happen. The last 2 months of the election, we'll finally see. The primary election is when we'll finally see the true Republican candidates. Right now, we have three frontrunners, and these frontrunners wouldn't have been frontrunners 4 months ago. You got Newt Gingrich in first place. You got Ron Paul in second place, and then you got Romney in third. You wouldn't have expected that 2 or 3 months ago. 2 or 3 months ago, it was pretty much a tied race between Perry and Romney. And you got to see that the Republican Party is a lot more diverse than the Democrat Party, where we won't have 2 or 3 frontrunners right away. I mean, if you look at the Democrat Party in 2008, it was pretty much from the get-go Hillary versus Obama. Ever since, what's her face, Oprah endorsed Obama, it was pretty much over from there. Now, a lot of people have been asking me for my game of the year. I'm not ready for that yet. I'll give it later, maybe in January. But I can tell you what my most disappointing games of the year are. We'll go through these one by one. We got Forza 4 here. It's not that I don't like Forza 4. It's a fucking incredible game, and it is better than Forza 3. But it's not that much different from Forza 3, and it didn't really add that much of an impact on it. I mean, I've already sunk 29 hours into it, but there's really little replay value after that initial, playing through it. I've got like halfway through the campaign. I think I'm level 50 or something. And the online kind of sucks compared to 3. So, as much as I like Forza, Another one I didn't really like is Uncharted 3. I'm playing through it, but honestly, it's there's so little difference between this and Uncharted 2. And the multiplayer is awful. It's just fucking terrible. And the story, I'm playing through it, and it doesn't grasp me like Uncharted 2 did. I mean, you start off and you're a little kid, and then you have to do it's just boring. It's really just boring. And the puzzles aren't that enthralling. Like, it's just an overall worse game than Uncharted 2. Uncharted 2 is still the best game on the PlayStation 3. And the Uncharted 2's multiplayer is better than the multiplayer in this game. The multiplayer in this game is not good. Like, I'm still waiting for a PS3 game with decent fucking multiplayer that will make me want to play the fucking system. Killzone 3. This game's just awful. Awful. The story's fucking terrible, and the multiplayer is just awful. I don't even, like... I don't understand how anyone likes this game. Charles, anyone at the Game Fanatics, why? Like, honestly. There are so many better multiplayer games than this. And it was just an overall disappointment. Everyone's home. And Homefront, oddly enough. Homefront, I was really looking forward to the story in this game. The story sounded so interesting. I watched all the trailers. It looked awesome. I'm a really big fan of Red Dawn, Apocalypse Now, all those movies. And the writer wrote this game. And I was so fucking ready for that story. And it turned out to be a 3-hour piece of shit. I was very, very disappointed by the story in this game. And the premise and the universe still seems cool. I can't wait for Crytek to make Homefront 2. But the overall, this game, the multiplayer was okay, and that was the only thing good about it. The single player sucked. It was short. You had to wait for the fucking CPU to go do the shit before you do. Like, honestly, there would be parts where I'm trying to move through the level as quickly as possible because it was bad. And I had to wait for the CPU to go through the door before me, and it would just get stuck. Well, what the fuck is that shit? And then Mortal Kombat. The new Mortal Kombat, I loved it at first when I played it at the tournament, the local tournament here. But when I actually bought it, the story was ugh, and the online sucks ass. It's laggy as shit, and it's horrible. I don't want to play this at all. Anyway, on to games I actually enjoy playing. I've been playing Skyrim. Fucking amazing game. Honestly, it's a very big tie between Skyrim and Dead Space 2 for my overall game of the year, and my personal game of the year is L.A. Noire. I just love fucking L.A. Noire. I could go on forever and ever about why I love it, but it's boring. But, you know, L.A. Noire, great game. Skyrim, great game. Dead Space 2, great game. And Gears of War 3, fucking fantastic game. Those are my current, fucking favorite games of this year. Those games just shit on everything else. This year was supposed to be my year. All the franchises that I like came out this year. And all of them were pretty much disappointing, except for the ones I listed. Those ones were great. Gears of War 3 was a shocker, because I loved Gears of War 2. I liked Gears of War 2, I didn't love it, but I played the shit out of it. But once I played that beta it showed that they fixed everything. And Gears of War 3, they did fix everything. And I actually kind of liked the end of the last half of the story there, which I never liked the Gears of War story. So, there's something. Well, this video needs to be wrapped up. People want to know my opinion on the Republican candidates. I'm very much for Ron Paul. Ron Paul is the one I agree with the most. But honestly, as long as it's not Obama, Bachmann, or Santorum, I'm perfectly fine with the president. Samuel out.